So, in this video, I will help you deal with the problem of overthinking, with the problem of spending your energy on imagining these negative scenarios that do not really at all help you solve the difficulties that you have in your life. I will help you simply overcome the feeling of worriness, this heavy burden that you feel on your soul and that you can't help but feel that you can do nothing about the problem and that it really affects you. In this video, I will help you stay more organized, become more confident, and find a clear and structured way to finally solve your problems, to don't really think about them, to just let them go easily. And I refer not by ignoring them, but by solving them, by understanding that they're nothing on your pathway of your development. So in order to understand how to solve these problems, let's talk about them in the first place. So we're dealing with the problem of overthinking. We're dealing with the problem of thinking about negative scenarios that we can't help but think about them, right? So we have a problem in our life, we meet difficulties, and we do think about negative scenarios or positive scenarios. We do spend our energy on imagining these different scenarios, and this is something that happens when we are not really sure about what could happen to us, about what is going to happen really. Why do people do this? Why do we have to just spend our time and energy? Because it's so consuming, because nothing much of what we do really imagine really happens to us, because it is simply sometimes it is not our imagination. Really, we do think about negative scenarios, but this doesn't really happen too much, and we end up being consumed, we end up thinking about these negative scenarios and over amplifying the negative feelings that we're experiencing. Another great problem which we are confronting is the feeling of worriness, the feeling that we have a problem in our life and we can't do nothing about it, really. We have a problem that we cannot influence, and this really affects us. And I completely understand you, but me as well, because I was dealing with this problem as well. I had a problem on my relationships. I won't dive deep into this topic, but in order for you to understand, I had a problem with a relationship, and I could not simply solve it. I could not simply solve it. I could do nothing about it. The things were happening as they were, and I was just there to experiencing the things that were happening to me, and it felt heavy, you know. It felt like something that I could not do nothing about, and I could not help but feel all these feelings. But let's solve this problem. Let's once and for all, let's just overcome these problems and understand what is the correct way, what is the nice way to overcome them and to don't feel nothing but easiness, happiness, and the feeling of fulfillment. So in order for you to understand how to solve these problems and how to solve these problems easily, there's a way to do it. You have to imagine your best self. And I'll explain in a second why it's important. You have to imagine your dream personality. You have to imagine your dream environment in which you will be operating into. What does this environment consist of? Try to close your eyes and imagine the ideal day walkthrough. Try to imagine yourself from the moment of you waking up to the moment of maybe somebody meeting you, your partner, your family, how will you spend your time during this day? What will you be doing? What will make you happy, first of all? And undoubtedly try to think of allow instant gratification, allow some things that make you happy instantly, but think about this ideal image of yours where you're also contributing to the society, where you're also giving something more, when you're not simply consuming but giving. This is a simple advice of mine, you don't have to literally implement it, but when giving, when contributing to the society, it actually contributes more to your fulfillment. So walk yourself through this ideal day and try to understand what were the things that made you happy. What were the things that you found that you were doing them and they were fulfilling you? Like, I'll give you a simple example. We take politicians, we take negotiators, and so on and so forth. They perform their job, and we take successful politicians, by the way. And we take their job, what they're doing, they're negotiating policies. They are constantly engaging in this field of work that they're really doing, and they like it. All the successful politicians, all the successful people in general, they are simply motivated by the things that they're doing. Imagine an actor. Imagine a successful actor like, I don't know, Will Smith, I don't know, like singers, musicians, Ed Sheeran, and so on and so forth. Are they doing their job because they're paid? No, absolutely not. The things that they're doing, it motivates them. It just offers them a sense of purpose, fulfillment. I want you to imagine your environment, your dream environment, when you get this sense of purpose, this fulfillment from the activities that you're doing. But nice, let's say you've imagined this. That's fine. Now, understand what were the domains that make you happy. On what domains, for example, for me, in my day walkthrough, it was the fact that I waked up as a successful, as a wise person, my family met me, and that I was contributing to the society, I was doing something to help people. And these were the biggest things that constitute my day. So I took them and separated them into nice and clear domains on which I work. The part of contributing to the society, you can see this video right now. I get fulfilled by filming this video, and I try to strive toward this dream environment I imagine myself. But let's take a pause and think of why this is really important. You have to take these domains that constitute your dream life and to really set yourself up in this environment. Try to understand how will you look like in this environment. What will this dream self of yours be? What will be the domains that you'll be performing? And by the way, these domains, you have to like what you will be doing, because a successful person, a person that is fulfilled, never invest its time doing something that it does not like. You have to do the things that you like during the day. You have to do the things that fulfill you during the day. And now, to solve your problem, to solve the problem of overthinking, worriness, and so on and so forth, just imagine, how will this problem look like in your dream life? How will your dream personality find this problem that you are dealing with right now? Just think about it from the perspective of this wise person, of this tremendous, of this magnificent person that you want to become, from this. Just imagine yourself possessing maximum amount of competences, just excelling in these domains that you're currently, that not currently, excuse me, that your dream personality will perform, that you like doing them. Try to imagine this problem that you're currently confronting in that setup, in that environment. When you understood how this problem will look like in your dream life, in your dream environment, try to understand how will your dream personality solve it. What will be the steps that should be taken, appropriate steps, in order to solve this problem in a way that will guide you towards your dream personality, towards something, towards this image that you want to accomplish, that will leave you with a feeling of fulfillment. Try to understand what will be the steps, the appropriate steps to take. Why the appropriate steps? Because you want to do all the things possible, not only for the problems, but all the things possible in your life in order to step by step achieve this image. Because what else you want to achieve if not your ideal lifestyle, if not your ideal personality, your ideal environment, which will feel you fulfilled, which will leave you fulfilled. When you understood what will the appropriate steps be, what and how will your dream personality solve this problem, change your behavior accordingly. So for example, for me, with the problem of relationships, I understood how these relationships will look like in my potential ideal environment. How would my dream personality, this fulfilled person that is simply in love with the activities that he does, how would this problem look like in my dream environment? And from there it was really simple. I understood how this problem could potentially look, how this relationship could potentially look. I understood what is needed from me. I understood what potential actions should be taken in order to achieve this image of mine, which I was talking about. And right now I'm really working towards accomplishing this. This is called reverse engineering, by the way. I am working towards this image, and I do take all the appropriate steps possible in order to achieve these relationships in accordance to the image that I set up for myself, and that I'm not over-investing, I'm not overthinking, I'm simply not doing them, because in my dream environment, the relationships are something easygoing, are something that both people contribute to, and is something based on respect, and not on overthinking, not on over-investing in another person, and so on and so forth. The relationships in my dream life are something based on respect, something healthy, something happy. And I completely eliminated all this mysterious environment that I was finding myself into, all this waiting time, all this, I don't really know the word in English, all this mystery that I was going through. And this allowed me to live a happier, a more fulfilled life, because I eliminated all the negative parts of this past relationships that I don't know, I hope I sound clear, because for me I really do, but I hope you caught the idea overall. I will structure the relationships by aligning them with the dream image of myself, of me having this ideal relationships that I want to achieve, because they will simply close the distance. They will really represent the thing that will constitute my ideal day. Do you remember the ideal day which we spoke about? That's how you want to achieve it. That's how you want to achieve your goals. And that's how you want to live a happy, fulfilled life, and to not worry, to not overthink, to not experience any of these problems. Thank you so much for listening to this video. It was the third take. I had some problems the first time, the second time, but I think the third take was the best one. I hope I explained the concepts really, really, really well. Thank you for listening to me. If you arrived to this point, I'm so grateful for you being here. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really love contributing to the society, sharing my ideas and so on and so forth. If you have any other questions, just feel free to let me know. Feel free to contact me, to get in touch. I hope it was understandable, comprehensible. I hope you caught the general meaning of the ideas. Thank you so much for listening to me. I appreciate your time. See you next time. Cheers.